Hello and welcome to the second episode of Mind Your Business with me, Jerry Adjorlolo, and to this pristine setting, Jamrock Restaurant and Grill in the heart of Accra, Ghana, the center of the world. I guess when the food is nice, you show up twice. On this show, you'll get to meet some fascinating entrepreneurs and resource persons you really want to hear from and who will share with you how they've been minding their business in this new normal with nuggets and tips on how your business can also become efficient, competitive, sustainable, profitable during and after COVID-19. It's all here on Mind Your Business. Simple and relevant content for everyone. Now, last week was a blast. Let me say many thanks to you all for the patronage, the encouragement, and the warm words of commendation. It means a lot to me. So subscribe, like, comment, and share, and together, let's build something formidable, shall we? Now, what do your parents and Jesus Christ have in common, which can be used in sales? Africa's #1 sales coach, Paul Fo, has all the answers. Enjoy, while I mind my business.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Today is a new day, it's a fresh day. I hope you're up, shaking, and baking. My name is Paul Fo, international sales coach, TEDx speaker, and author. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of reverse psychology when it comes to sales and marketing. Do you know that sometimes you can encourage a behavioral pattern by forbidding it? I have 3 kids. Sometimes when you tell your children, go and drop this glass, don't break it, what do they usually do? They break it. So here's what I've started doing. I tell them, go and drop the glass in the sink. Because sometimes that which you don't want them to do is what they do. Think about it in sales. You tell a customer, you can only buy one of this product. What do most customers want? They want to buy 2. When you tell a customer the offer ends in 2 days' time, after 2 days, they'll be messaging you, can I buy more? So use that psychology in sales. It's called reverse psychology. Even Jesus used it. When he heals people, he tell them, don't tell anybody. What do they end up doing? They tell every other.
Every crisis presents 2 extremes, opportunity and risk. When confronted with one of the worst energy crises in Ghana's history 7 years ago, our Entrepreneur of the Week found an avenue for disruption.
Hi, I'm Takyi Appiah I. Welcome to Zeepay and welcome to freedom.
From what started out as a personal project turned side hustle for Andrew and his co-founders some 7 years ago in his bedroom and at the height of a terrible energy crisis in Ghana, is what has become the fastest growing fintech in Ghana. Beginning as a facilitator of payments and remittances, it is now the first indigenous non-bank financial institution to operate a mobile money service in Ghana. Having risen through the ranks of corporate life through many senior progressively responsible roles in banking, business development and consultancy, both home and abroad, he has led and continues to lead a team of dedicated young men and women who are seized with one sole aim of disrupting the face of fintech and banking in Ghana by promoting and improving financial inclusion to make the world a better place. Today, Zeepay has an impressive footprint around the world and is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, UK, and other respectable regulators across the continent. A testament of leadership that inspires. Andrew Takyi Appiah I, the first. What kind of leadership gets this done in 7 years?
Wow, that's a bit of a surprise question. I don't know. One has to be modest, I suppose.
Oh, come on. From banking to advisory consulting, then all of a sudden you have become a maverick with technology, and within this short space of time, see what you've achieved. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you. I think it's a function of discipline. It's a function of risk.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, returns are a function of risk. Risk is the function of profit.
Okay. Tell me about COVID. How has it impacted your business?
I think for us, it's actually been a mixture of 2 things. Okay. So one of them obviously being in the blessing that we're help to immigrants and diasporans during the times of lockdown, during the periods when their families needed help. Okay. And then I think it's also been an unfortunate situation where we had to work to keep the steam boiler running. But I need, the best way to answer it to give you a sort of like an overview. So we've changed the narrative of remittance significantly. Back in the days when you live abroad, you got to send money to one person who takes care of a household of 12 people. Some of them are children, nephews, uncles, grandparents, whatever. You were always exposed to the risk of people diverting the funds for other things, etc. Now, in this case, what the narrative we brought in is that you can repay all these 12 people into the household directly into their mobile wallets. So we have people who actually depend on us to feed households on a daily to weekly basis because that's how they are paid or that's how they generate revenue. So this COVID has really helped them because then whatever they get from hand to mouth, they can also share with the family back home in real time.
That's the main thing, in real time.
In real time.
You know.
So instantaneously, I can support my family.
Okay.
I don't have to wait for Kwesi Minta to be coming home or the banks that were closed during the lockdown.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
And it's, there's been a recent uptick, given the situation in technology and its, deployment in business and stuff. Tell me, what have been your key priorities during this period? What have you been doing to mind your business?
Well, I think for us, obviously, we never stop innovating. We're very good at disrupting ourselves. So we've been disrupting. And in a few weeks, you probably will see a few more products rolled out of the steam boiler. And all of these things are all designed to improve the life of the remittance receiver. For us, remittance is like a banana.
Okay.
You peel one, it's into wallet, bank account,
Okay.
Visa card, remittance, microinsurance, other stuff with a question mark. So we've been working. Otherwise, one of the things we've been doing is obviously perfecting our systems from a security perspective. Today we have like a 3-tier security environment, all of that designed to make sure that our customers are safe. We've been working on strong governance. We've moved into this building.
Yeah.
So we've been busy. Oh, you love it.
I love it. This is just like, an Apple campus or a Google campus in Ghana.
Oh, we try.
But let me just, take you a little deep. You are the first non-bank financial service company in Ghana to have acquired a mobile money license.
Right.
It takes a lot of guts to achieve such a status. Tell me, what have been the combination of factors that have come together to yield the success?
Well, look, I think first of all, we've been blessed. Grace has been magnificent, if not wonderful. I think for us, it was really a function of time. Okay, because our model has always been and will continue to be remittance to wallet.
Okay.
Out of the remitter, we're going to build a whole business value chain. So it's just a function of time. The good thing is that we got it quicker than anticipated. We broke even within 3 years of operation. We ended last year with a bit of $1 million.
Last time I checked, you were over 600,000 subscribers.
I think we're probably about 680, 690. Hence the reason why they call us the fastest growing fintech in Africa.
Course.
But just to answer you, I think it's really a lot of diligence, a lot of putting the customer first. For us, everything is about the customer. The entire narrative of this organization is the customer. And that's why as a fintech, we came into ecosystem to do. And I think in perfecting that process, we also knew that we stood a risk one day of not being able to pay into our own wallets. So we went ahead and got a license and were able to pay into our wallets. We're fully capitalized by Bank of Ghana. Our capitalization is 20 million, fully paid for. Obviously, we've moved into a $3.5 million property, which is also not leveraged, unencumbered.
Wow.
So it's been a journey full of discipline, full of putting the customer first. So every innovation is about the customer. Every innovation is about the customer experience, the customer journey, and obviously the after-sales support.
Talking of the customer, 31 million people. Now you have the possibility of reaching 1.2 billion people on the continent, thanks to After. Where do you see your company in the wake of After?
Okay, so prior to and in the wake of After, we're actually in 20 markets, of which we're active in 10.
Okay.
Ivory Coast is our second biggest market, followed by Zimbabwe, of all places, Cameroon, Mozambique. We have a lot of eyes on the down south. I just came back from Zambia. We're looking at some exciting stuff. And I think that for us, what AFTAC means simply is that we're going to be part of the agenda that will help create that single currency. I see us being part of that agenda that will talk about the shakers and movers on the continent. We intend to, or we pray, that we should be able to have a minimum of about 5 sites independent by end of year, subject to shareholder support. If our shareholders can roll the money, we should be able to do that. We're looking at some very strategic acquisitions, which will put us in pole position. We're looking at the Mano River. Mano River is a deep place in our hearts because of the culture, the similarities, the backgrounds, and of course, we've just also entered the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
So we follow the nurses into Barbados.
Okay. So it's a whole Pan-African agenda.
Well, I think for us it's global dominance.
Wow.
We're going into the global economy to dominate it. And I guess somebody will say, but you're from Africa,
Exactly.
so what?
Now, you see, the business of the future are really those which are going to be sustainable.
Yes.
I've seen your efforts, at achieving sustainability with Cocoa 360. Recently,
Yes.
you helped some cocoa growers with how much? 100,000 CDs. Tell me
Okay.
about it.
So Cocoa 360 basically is a service that was introduced into the market by a dear friend of mine called Shadrach.
Okay.
Shadrach grew up literally in the village. We had a tearful experience of him telling us about, in fact, he took us to the farm, he had to weed to be able to make $450 to come to Accra to write his SAT, to be able to go to America. He went first person in the village to go to university, first person in the village to go to school in America. Got to America, won the Dean's Prize for being the best student. And rather than taking that $50,000 like most of us would do to buy a house or a car, he came home and set up a community clinic and a school to make sure that the girl child is educated.
Wow.
And it's been a fantastic story. And he's got a lot of global donor support, so he reached out to us if we would support this year. And we took it upon ourselves to join and support. It's just a wonderful thing that the locals can also support their own. I think for me, the time has come for us to actually support our own as a people. It's just an amazing thing to do.
To the young entrepreneur who is starting out a business or who has started a business and has been disrupted by COVID, what commandments would you leave with him in terms of minding his business right now?
Well, I think this is the time to refocus and be disciplined. This is the time that if they are trading, this is the time they have to be. You see, it's a lopsided argument. When the market is down is when you invest.
Okay.
So on one hand, they should invest if they can. People, systems, processes to prepare for the floodgates that are about to be opened. Now, those who are obviously not running, then that's a different conversation. Or running thin, I say be disciplined. There's a time you should reserve and preserve as much as you can. Do you see what I mean? This is a time you should take advantage to realign your business model and be lean. Deliberately try to be lean, because you see, success is intentional. You can only be successful if you're deliberate. So they should do that. I would also say that look into partnerships and association. We've grown by association and partnerships. There's nothing wrong if somebody leads you. Do you see what I mean? There's everything wrong if you don't participate.
At all.
So if someone is going to lead you and you can participate and ride off their back, why not? Days have come when Yahoo used to say powered by Google. Today we say Yahoo boys for fraud.
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying? Who would have thought so? So I think that this is what we need to do. In terms of the economy being digitalized, it's a natural progression. Uber did not disrupt the transport system. The transport system was designed to be disrupted. It was a function of time.
Would you say Google Maps rather is the innovation?
It's very possible. Infrastructure. But you see, Uber leverages infrastructure.
Okay.
So the same concept, if you're a fintech out there and you're up and coming, leverage infrastructure. Don't also look at a fintech model that says, I'm going to do payments. I personally think that market is very saturated.
Okay.
I think the time has come for us to look at regulatory compliance? Can I have a red tech platform on the table? Microinsurance, insurtech. How do we take the entire financial system and disrupt it so that the economy will grow, so that the economies will deepen and markets will become wider?
Okay. Andrew, freedom, security, which would you choose?
I'll take freedom.
And there we leave it, ladies and gentlemen. The CEO of Ghana's fastest growing fintech, and he's also the CEO of Ghana's first non-bank financial institution with a mobile money license, Andrew Takyi Appiah I. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Jerry. Have a wonderful.
Wow. And that is a man changing the face of fintech and banking in Ghana. And who knows, soon, maybe the rest of the world. Follow Andrew and Zeepay on all their social media handles as displayed on the screen. But much more than that, read this article in the BNFT this afternoon on the retail banking landscape in Ghana. You would enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this show. As always, special thanks to Jamrock Restaurant inside the Oak Plaza on the Spintex Road for this delicious food and the pampering. Follow them on all their social media handles as displayed on the screen and make sure to visit them soon. Just tell them I sent you, and who knows, they may give you a big discount. Till we come your way again with another insightful edition of Mind Your Business, I am, by the grace of God, Jerry Adjorlolo, and I entreat you to trust God, keep safe, eat healthy, drink lots of water, but most importantly, mind your business, because no one else will. Shalom.